Hello everyone. We are continuing a very important lesson, that is synthetic fibers and plastics. Students, before knowing about today's topics, you have to know just to recall what we done in last class. Students, last class we got about synthetic fibers. That is first part of that lesson, that about that synthetic fibers, types of synthetic fibers, in that nylon, polyester and acrylic, and also we got about characteristics of synthetic fibers. Students, today you have to know another very important part of this lesson, that is completely about plastics. So plastics are very we are using that plastics in every way. Usually the plastics are also a polymer as like that of what synthetic fibers. Already we got about what's the meaning of that polymer in previous class. Plastic is also a polymer like the synthetic fiber, and also all plastics do not have the same arrangement of units. So all plastics, that arrangement of that units in the particular all plastics maybe that do not have the same arrangement of units actually. It may be linear arrangement or cross-linked arrangement. So that some of the plastic is formed in linear. So linear. So this is the arrangement, the linear arrangement of the particular units present in that plastic. So and also another very important arrangement. So that is what we called as that cross-linked arrangement. So this is what we called as cross-linked arrangement of units present in the particular plastics, linear arrangement and cross-linked arrangement. So plastic also a polymer like that synthetic fiber, and also all plastics do not have the same arrangement of units. So some of the plastics have linear arrangement of units, some of them have, so that is cross-linked. And also another very important point is, so plastics we can moldable, so easily moldable in all types of possible shapes. So different shapes of that plastics are there. For example, so you see, you observe here that different shapes of that articles are there here, made up of the particular plastics. We can easily moldable in all shapes or types of possible shapes. Plastics can be recycled. We can recycle the particular plastics, and also we can add any color to the particular plastic, and also finally we will get for particular color of that article actually. And also we can reuse that plastics and also rolled into sheets or made into wires also. So many advantages are there about the plastics. So plastic we can easily moldable in all type of that possible shapes. Plastics can be recycled, colored, reused, and also rolled into sheets, and also made into wires also. Similarly, so plastic, we are using the plastics in different that making of that many articles like that. So we are using the plastic in making of toys, and also the suitcase, bags, cabinets, brush, that chairs, tables, and other many other articles or countless items also. You observe here, so many articles are there here, and also we're using these articles here in our daily life. Different shapes of chairs are there, buckets are there, plastic containers are there. We're using the polythene bags, many toys, suitcase, brush also we're using, and also that one also made up of that particular plastics. Plastic tables are there, many other articles also there. So we are using the plastic in making of that many materials like that, toys, suitcase, bags, etc., like that. Similarly, so just I told you about the particular polythene. So polythene, poly plus ethene, poly plus ethene, that is polythene. That is one of the most famous example of that plastic we are using in our daily life. That polythene bags, that polythene we are using for making of that carry bags, and also that is made up of that plastic like that. So polythene is one of the most famous examples of plastic, and also we are using the plastic, that is polythene, in manufacturing of that very important carry bags. So we are using in our daily life, that we are using that polythene bags or that carry bags. So that is made up of by very important that type of that plastic, that is what we called as polythene. Students, next coming to types of plastics. Types of plastics. So usually there are two types of plastics are there. How many types of plastics are there? There are two types of plastics are there. They are thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So each and every type of the plastic, that is both the thermoplastic and also the thermosetting plastics, having particular characteristic features are they. So let's know one by one. So first we have to know about thermoplastics. Thermoplastics, name indicates thermo. Thermo is nothing but heat. Plastic, that is a that polymer as like that of what synthetic fiber. So usually the thermoplastics which get easily bent, we can bend the particular type of that plastic, that is thermoplastic, on or deform on heating, are known as thermoplastic. Thermo is nothing but that is heat. So plastic, so we can bend the particular type of plastic on heating. So when we eat the particular plastics, we can bend and also turn it into that mini shapes also. The type of plastics are commonly called as thermoplastic. Example for that thermoplastics are, so that PVC pipes are there, no PVC, polythene. So that is we are using that polythene in carry bags. So we can, on eating we can bend that type of plastics. That type of plastics are commonly called as thermoplastic. And also the thermoplastics we are using in manufacturing of many materials like the toys, bottles. So this is storage, that container here. So and also that wire also there. So combs, containers, some other materials we are using that very important type of plastic, that is what we call as thermoplastic. Next, coming to second very important type of plastic, that is what we called as thermosetting plastic. What? Thermosetting plastic. So what's the basic difference between thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic like that? So just we got about thermoplastic. Thermoplastic is nothing but on eating we are using it, so we can bend that type of plastic into different shapes like that. The type of plastics are commonly called as thermoplastic. What about the thermosetting plastic? So thermosetting plastic means such plastics which can mold once. We can mold only one time, and also we cannot be softened or deformed by heating. So in case of thermoplastic, on heating we can soft or we can turn it into different shapes like that. But in case of thermosetting, so we just mold once the type of plastic, and also we cannot soften or we cannot turn it into different shapes like that on heating like that. So these type of plastics are commonly called as thermosetting plastics. And also example for thermosetting plastics, so that bakelite and also melamine. Bakelite and melamine. So example for thermosetting plastics are bakelite and melamine. So this one, that is what we called as that bakelite, and also this one is melamine. So these plastic, another very important point about thermosetting plastic is, so these type of plastics are using in making many materials like hardboards, electric switch. So yeah, you observe here. So this one is, that is what we called as, that we're using that type of plastic in making that electric switch here. And also handles of electrical appliances we're using that handles of kitchen utensils. So you see, these are all, this one is melamine. So this one, that is what we called as bakelite. And also we're using this type of plastics in handles of kitchen utensils, floor tiles, some other places we're using that very important type of plastic, that is what we called as thermosetting plastics. Another very important point is melamine is versatile. Melamine is a versatile material and also very poor conductor of it, very poor conductor of it, and also that resists the particular fire also. Thus it is used in making floor tiles. So because of these properties, like that versatile materials, poor conductor of that heat, and also that resist that fire, so because of these properties we're using that melamine in making that floor tiles, kitchen materials, fabrics, resist the particular fire. So in these places we're using that very important type of that thermosetting plastic, that is what we called as melamine. Similarly, so one more is there, that is bakelite. So this is what we called as bakelite. That bakelite also a poor conductor of electricity and also that heat. So and also because of that reason we are using these particular type of plastics in making electric switches. So you observe that electric switches, so these electric switches manufactured by using of that thermosetting plastic, particularly bakelite. And also it is used for making electric switches, already told you, handles of various utensils and other electrical appliances. Next, coming to some basic characteristic properties of the plastics. Properties of plastics. So first very important property of the plastic is a non-reactive. Plastic is a non-reactive. That means, so because that plastics do not react with the particular water and also that air. Plastics usually do not react with that air and also that particular water. So because of this reason, so it does not get rusted like iron. So when moisture content will come to the particular iron, so iron will that rusted agent. But in case of plastics, so usually the plastics do not rusted like that iron, because the plastic is a non-reactive with the particular water and also that particular air. And also the plastics usually not corroded easily, and also that's why because of this reason we are using the particular plastics in store various kinds of materials including the particular chemicals. Because of this property, this non-react with that water and also that air, we're using that plastics in various kinds of materials, store that various kinds of materials including many other chemicals like that. So due to this property of plastics, so we are using plastics in making of that containers, making of that plastic containers, water tank here. So plastic water tanks are there, containers are there, plastic bottles are there. So we're using this particular material for that store that something like that, because the plastics usually non-reactive with that water and also that air, and also we're using that plastics in water, that storing that water bottle, manufacturing of that water bottles, plastic pipes, taps, chairs, table, and other types of furnitures like that. So this is first very important character of that plastic, that is plastic is a non-reactive. So next coming to second very important character, so that is plastic is light, storing, and durable. Plastic is a very light, that not that much of weight and all, strong and also durable also. Usually that plastics are very lightweight. You see any type of that plastic in our daily life, that is weightless, so having have that less weight, and also that give that more durable, and also very cheap in cost, and also that very strong, and also can be molded into different shapes, and also that sizes already got about this in thermoplastics. So we can mold the thermoplastic into different shapes, and also that size, and also having very lightweight, durable, cheap, and also very strong. So because of this property of the plastic, uh, it is very much need in our daily life, and also we're using these type of plastics in various purposes, like manufacturing of that polythene bags, pencil box, water bottles, umbrella, furnitures, or aircraft, and also we're using these plastics can be seen in everywhere in our daily life. So this is the picture of that polythene bags. Similarly, last character of that very important plastic, that is plastics are poor conductor. Plastics are poor conductor. Plastics are poor conductor. That means that already I told you, usually the plastics are poor conductor of that heat and also electricity. Poor conductor of plastics, that plastics are poor conductor of that heat and also that particular electricity like that. So because of this property of that plastics, so that it is suitable to make the insulating covering of the particular electric, insulating covering of that electric wires. See that electric wire, so electric wire usually that covering by that layer, so that is made up of the particular plastic, that is because the plastics are poor conductor of that heat and also that electricity. And also we're using that plastics in manufacturing of the handles of that electric appliances, already told you, handles of utensils of and also handles of screwdrivers. You observe your screwdrivers, handles of the screwdriver also that contains that plastic. And also we're using in kitchen weights, floor tiles, and also many other articles. So this is about third very important character of that plastic, that is plastics are poor conductor of that heat and also that electricity. Because of this reason we are using the plastics in making that insulating covering of electric wires, handles of electric appliances, handles of utensils, handles of screwdrivers, kitchen weights, floor tiles, some other places like that. Next, coming to some common uses of plastics in various fields. Some uses of plastic in various fields where we are using the plastics like the usually the plastics find extensive use in the healthcare industry. So we're using more and more plastics in healthcare industry, because so that plastics are used for packing of the tables also, packing of the tables, threads, tables, we are using the plastics threads used for stitching of the particular wounds, syringes, and also the doctors using that gloves. So that gloves also that made up of the particular plastic, number of medical instruments, some other places also were using that very important plastic. So plastic find that extensive use in the healthcare industry. Plastics were using for the packing of the tablets, actually not table, that is tablets, threads used for stitching wounds, syringes, doctor's gloves, and also number of medical instruments. So in these areas we're using the particular plastic, particularly in healthcare industry. Similarly, one more very important use is the, so that special plastic cookware is used in microwave ovens. In microwave ovens for cooking food without affecting the plastic vessels actually. So that very special plastic cookwares are they used in microwave ovens for cooking of the particular food without affecting the plastic vessels like that. Similarly, so very important type of plastic is there, so that is Teflon. That is Teflon is a special plastic that is very durable, and also very that important plastic, that is Teflon, is a special kind of plastic on which so the in this type of plastic we can store that oil and also water and all, because that type of plastic is that do not stick also. So non-stickable plastic, that is Teflon, and also we can store that oil items and all. And also we are using this Teflon used for making of the particular already total non-stick coating on cookwares like that. Similarly, plastic is a fireproof plastics. So some of the plastics are they are fireproof plastics are they that resist the particular fire. Similar in that synthetic fibers usually that catches fire easily. So already we discussed about the synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers usually that catches the particular fire. The uniforms of firemen have coating of melamine plastic. Already we discussed about that melamine and also bakelite. So melamine, so see that fireman, so that man going to switch off, puts off that fires actually, and also that type of persons wear that are wearing of that some one kind of clothes, and also the particular cloth that made up of that coating with that melamine plastic to make them flame resistant. So melamine is a fireproof plastics that resist the particular fire like that. So these are all some basic uses of the particular plastics in various fields. Particularly three fields we are using that plastics. So that in healthcare industry we are using the plastics, and also we are using the plastics in plastic cookware. It is used in that microwave oven for cooking food, and also Teflon, that is non-stick plastic, and also we can store the oil items and all. And also we are using the plastic as a fireproof like that. So fireproof plastics are there. So in these areas we are using the particular plastics actually. Next, coming to plastic as a material of choice. Plastic as a material of choice. So first you have to select the particular plastics. First, each and every way, each and everything we are using the particular plastic as, because the plastic as that lightweight, lower price, good strength, and easily handling, being lighter as compared to metals. Plastics are used in cars, aircraft, and also spacecraft also. So because of these reasons we are using that plastics everywhere. Plastic as a material of choice because that very lightweight, lower price, good strength, and also easily handling, and also that being lighter as compared to metals. Plastics are used in cars, aircraft, and also spacecrafts also. Next, coming to biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances. What's the difference between biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances? Like that, you have to know one by one. So first, very important type of substance, that is biodegradable substance. Name indicates biodegradable. So this particular type of substances are involving in the decomposition or biological activity, and also they are converted into that one kind of substance, and also that very much required to the particular plants like that. A substance which gets decomposed by the particular microorganisms through natural processes actually, such as action of that bacteria, is called, these type of substances are commonly called as biodegradable. So biodegradable substances are the substances and also are involving in the decomposition by the particular bacteria, and also they are converted into harmless product, and also that is type of substances not affect any damage to the particular environment. Example for biodegradable substances are, you see here, so that some biodegradable substances are there, like peels of vegetables, food stuffs, fruits, paper, cotton, cloths, wood. So these are all the example for biodegradable plastics. Biodegradable plastics are involving in the biological activity or decomposition by the bacteria. Next, coming to non-biodegradable plastics. Non-biodegradable plastics, non-biodegradable plastics means that particular that non-biodegradable substances. Non-biodegradable plastics also there. So that non-biodegradable means that particular type of substances are not involving in the decomposition processes. So, a substance which is not easily decomposed or takes many years to get decomposed by natural process is termed as non-biodegradable. Example for non-biodegradable, so that is plastics. Non-biodegradable plastics are there, and also biodegradable plastics also there. Example for non-biodegradable, that is polythene bags, plastic bags usually, and also see, you observe here, tons of non-biodegradable substances are they, made up of the plastics, tin, aluminum, some other materials like that. So these usually that non-biodegradable substances are involving in the affecting that environment, that causing that pollution to the particular environment, that spoil that environment actually. Next, coming to just we discussed about that pollution actually, that made up of that made by that plastics and also non-biodegradable substances. Plastics and the environment. Plastics and the environment. Usually the plastic is a non-biodegradable, so non-biodegradable plastics are there, and also it takes many years to get decomposed or either does not get decomposed also. And also due to non-biodegradable property of that plastic, it is very major problem to that environment, that causing that pollution to that environment. So in that cause that water pollution, soil pollution, heat pollution, some other pollutions like that, and also very dangerous to that environment. What's that problem that made by the plastic like that? So nowadays we are using that plastics is very popular. So in each and everywhere we are using the plastics, and also used it for many purposes like that. As a result, what happened, we generate a tons of or large amount of plastic waste each and every day. So each and every day we are generating that waste, the tons of that waste is made by that particular plastic. That plastics are non-biodegradable, and also that cause that pollution to that environment. Since plastic has non-biodegradable property, that plastic waste is getting accumulated in the environment, and also that causes environmental pollutions like that. Similarly, one more problem is there, so that accumulated of that plastic waste is a major concern as it does not get completely burnt easily. So if we burn the particular plastics, finally we get air pollution that release that smoke, very dangerous smoke to that environment. So finally we will get that air pollution, and also it does not get completely burnt easily also. In the process it releases lots of poisonous fumes, already told you, into the atmosphere, and also that causing that very dangerous air pollution. Next, coming to how to prevent these particular environmental problems like that. So many steps are there here. So we should avoid the use of the plastics things as far as possible. So you have to avoid that using of that plastic, instead of the polythene bags you have to use the paper bags. So paper is a biodegradable substance, and also that biodegradable substances usually that take part in the biological activity, and also they are converted into on bliss as a product to the particular environment, and also those substances does not those substances are not affect to the particular environment like that. So you have to avoid that using of that plastics as far as possible. And also one more, do not throw plastic bags in the water bodies or on the road. So you have to avoid that after using of the plastics, you have to avoid that mixing with the particular nearby water bodies, and also on the particular road. Students, you observe that sides of that road or on the road we are seeing many waste plastics actually. So you have to avoid the throwing of the plastics in roads and also nearby water bodies. So in case we throw into that water bodies or road, finally that causes that pollution, that water pollution, and also nearby soil pollution also takes place. Similarly, the biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste should be collected. So you have to separately store that biodegradable substances and also non-biodegradable substances in separate containers actually, and dispose of separately also. How to dispose that biodegradable and also non-biodegradable separately. So in this way, so we can prevent that pollution to that environment actually. And also another very important point is the for dealing with that plastic waste, we should follow that 5 R's. You have to follow that particular 5 R's. They are that reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, and also refuse. So let's know one by one. Reduce means we should reduce the particular use of the plastics. Reduce means you have to reduce that using of the plastics. Example, we should use that cloth or jute bag for purchasing anything, instead of using plastic bags. Instead of that using the plastic bags, we have to use that cloth or jute bag, that is reduce. Similarly, reuse also, they reuse means that we should reuse some the particular plastic. Once we purchase the particular plastic, you have to use it again and again, that is reusing of the plastic. And also containers in our homes and also offices. Example, empty plastic bottles and containers should be used for keeping other items in the home and also that kitchen. Similarly, one more, that is recycle also there. So recycle means thermoplastics can be recycled. Thermosetting we cannot recycle. Thermoplastic we can recycle, and also items made of the thermoplastic should be banned to the recycle industries. Example for that type of recycled materials like the toys, buckets, mugs, and all. Similarly, two more hours are there. They are that recover and also refuse. Recover the particular that that the things like that plastics, that is refuse. You have to refuse that using of the particular plastic. So for example, you go to the particular shop and also you purchase the particular materials. So shop owner give polythene bags to carry that particular materials. In that time you have to refuse that using of the particular polythene bags. Instead of that, you have to ask, or you have to keep that particular materials in clothes bags like that. That is refuse like that. So these are all about that preventive measures of preventing that pollution to that environment by following 5 R's. They are reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, and also refuse. Students, today we got about plastics, types of plastics, in that thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics, and also we got characteristics of plastics and the environment, that is about that pollution, and also we got about that preventive measures of the particular that pollution to that environment. Similarly, I will give you two or more questions for you. You have to list out the thermoplastics and also thermosetting plastics, and also you have to list out the characteristics of plastics like that. So these are all about complete explanation about second very important that sorry, first a very important lesson in chemistry. So that is synthetic fibers and plastics. Students, last class already I have given that very important that is notes of the synthetic